He was in the middle of something just now. Or got just a week. Hey, bro. Hey, bro.
Initial reports and witness statements, she begins canvassing the area for any surveillance footage that might reveal what happened. It doesn't take long before officers locate a camera mounted outside a nearby school, angled directly towards the alley where the shooting took place. When they sit down to review the footage, they finally get their first visual clue of Jay's killers.
So these are all the cameras that are running at two systems, the digital and the analog. The analog sucks, so just a fair warning. Perfect. This faces the alleyway. Once the shot happens, the people loading the vehicle will react. Notice it's the individual walks the vehicle somewhere right here.
Yeah, so he just walked to the passenger side.
And they react.
Okay. Hey, once again, that dog's on left.
It almost looks like a Toyota.
Original.
On screen, a gold Toyota sedan can be seen racing away seconds after the gunshot. And through the tinted glass, detectives can barely make out what appears to be two figures inside the vehicle, meaning there are at least two suspects on the loose.
Yeah, he got a nice ass.
A couple of hours later, detectives arrive at the apartment where Jay's girlfriend, Elizabeth, is staying. They believe she might help them understand what Jay had been caught up in, but they have no idea that they'll soon come face to face with one of Jay's killers, someone far closer to him than anyone imagined.
You mind if we come in here? Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Bro, I'm trying to tell you.
Sorry for your loss. I know that obviously he was possibly having some issues with some people, right? Can you tell me about that?
He doesn't really tell me much about that stuff.
So let's start with today. What'd you guys do today?
He took a shower at like 8 o'clock. He was getting ready to go to work at 10. I was making appointments today because we found out that I'm pregnant. Well, he was texting me still until at least around 12 o'clock.
Okay.
And then he stopped answering me for a few
Yeah,
hours.
that's more like towards the end though. That's
The
like,
timeline Elizabeth provides lines up with the shooting. Around 11:20 a.m. is when Jay stopped responding to her messages, the same time investigators believe he was killed. Beyond that, Elizabeth doesn't offer much, saying Jay often kept to himself and never told her what he was doing. To detectives, it sounds like Jay might have gotten himself involved in something he didn't want anyone else to know about. Maybe a deal that went wrong or a confrontation that escalated. Whatever it was, it's likely what got him killed. Or at least, that's what it seems at first. Because Elizabeth isn't telling the full story. Not yet. And the next thing she remembers won't just give detectives a new lead, it'll start turning suspicion towards Elizabeth and her own family.
A little bit from what I gathered from Grandpa is that he feels that he was up to no good lately. Can you tell me about that?
This morning, him and my brother were supposed to box it out because this has nothing to do with this at all. My brother and him just don't get along. They bump heads very much. But my brother would never do this. He knows how I feel about Jay.
And which brother?
My younger brother,
Your younger brother? What's his name?
Angelo.
Tell me a little bit about why they were gonna box it out.
Me and Jay, we were arguing about something. I don't remember what. But we started getting really loud and my brother got tired of it, so he came in and told him to stop yelling at me, and then they just started fighting.
Physically fighting?
No.
So did they text each other that they were gonna fight?
No, Jay called me and told my mom that he wanted to box it out with my brother.
literally know how to speak.
According to Elizabeth, her brother Angelo was supposed to box it out with her boyfriend Jay that morning. A teenage fight meant to settle whatever.
Get into him. What's what do you do? Me personally, I love it. I don't like all types of colors. I don't care. Or I'm trying to figure out. Most of the people I spoke to speak English. Is what I'm trying to get at.
All right, look. As a man, I'm not. She's getting on your ass, but you don't know a word she's saying. Fuck you about.
Cause you don't know what she's saying.
You don't know what she's saying. Yo, I swear to God, I've dated a few Spanish women. Every time I got cussed out in Spanish, yeah, that shit. Why? Because
You fucks with that?
Yeah. Like it, that's the weird. I don't like. I don't like getting y'all, but talking about.
Let me fucked up. So, Chihuahua ass down.
Tension had been building between them, although the fight never happened and Elizabeth insists it has nothing to do with the homicide. It suggests the conflict could have been personal. Investigators will now have to follow up on this and look into Angelo's involvement before ruling him out. But before the conversation can continue any further with Elizabeth, Jay's family arrives at the apartment. Word of the shooting has already reached them, but they still haven't received an official confirmation from police. Detective Anna Bruciaga has no choice but to break the tragic news to Jay's mother, a moment that no amount of experience could ever prepare anyone for.
Bro, rest in peace.
Can you tell us what's going on?
Yeah, absolutely. First and foremost, I'm sorry for your loss. Okay. Right now, I don't have much other than officers were dispatched to the alleyway in reference to
He
his
hasn't heard a word they said.
Okay.
What happened?
Since he was outside with
No, that's why I'm. So we just got called out. That's why I'm trying to interview as many people as I can. That's why I headed here first, and then I was headed your way because I do have some questions. But as of right now, I don't. Okay. I really.
Thank you.
I think it was more the fact that she was just like, yo,
So we just got called out. That's why I'm trying to interview as many people as I can. That's why I headed here first, and then I was headed your way because I do have some questions. But as of right now, I don't. Okay. I really.
shit not funny at all, but it was them damn heels.
I
man.
really.
Or she wearing flats. How you lose your balance?
And I'm trying to, and I'm still trying to figure out why the fuck they got you. And why is she laughing?
So that's what I'm saying. It'd be a lot of them.
I'm just here.
With the devastating news delivered, Detective Anna Bruciaga tries to gather any insight from Jay's family, but they don't seem to have any.
Gang, she, like, nigga, let me tell you something. If she was to tweet, her body would have to have went like, right? No, nigga. I watched her goddamn little, the bottom of her shoes, which is why I thought it was heels. I thought it was. Yeah, she like Michael Jackson. Dang, like really lock in.
But it looked like
No, lock in, bro. Lock in.
Okay. I really.
man,
But it's not funny.
It's not funny, guys. It's just a simple fact of life. Me personally, I like. See. Like if I felt like that, though, I'm about to catch.
With the devastating news delivered, Detective Anna Bruciaga tries to gather any insight from Jay's family, but they don't seem to have any. Even his mother can't imagine who would want to hurt him, leaving detectives with no clear leads or motives to work with. As investigators collect Jay's phone and prepare to leave, another woman walks into the apartment, Ortiz Chavez, looking to comfort her daughter. Detective Bruciaga sits down with her to collect some basic information. A casual conversation at first, until Chavez mentions a small detail that catches the detective's attention and quietly puts her on the radar.
What kind of car do you drive?
I drive a Toyota.
Toyota?
Yeah.
That's why I be on my
Yeah.
phone every Friday, nigga. I don't push it past.
Stole that one and I just looked at whatever.
And you said you just purchased it?
Yeah.
Do you have a plate on it?
Still don't push it past my brother, though. You know?
No, I don't. They took our ticket stuff off. Sticker off the tragic. Yeah, they took it off the car.
Where you said it's.
I'm not a brother, but
Yeah, so earlier this morning it broke down on her and then she just left it there.
As Chavez describes her vehicle, Detective Bruciaga immediately recognizes the description. A gold Toyota sedan, similar to the one caught on surveillance footage speeding away just seconds after the shooting. The connection is hard to ignore. Bruciaga notes the details, but decides it's too early to jump to conclusions. Wanting to verify it as quickly as possible, she wraps up the initial interview with the family and heads out with officers to the spot where Chavez abandoned her car that morning. When they arrive, the car is nowhere to be found, and Bruciaga starts suspecting Chavez might be hiding something. About 40 minutes later, investigators return to the apartment to interview Chavez privately, and that's when things start to get interesting. By now, it's only been a few hours since Jay was killed, and most detectives would still be collecting statements, but Bruciaga's instincts tell her there's no time to waste. So she sits down with Chavez and makes a bold accusation.
So here's the thing, okay? So I believe your car was used in today's homicide. Okay?
You're lying to me.
No, I am not.
So you stole my car.
That's why I'm talking to you. Okay, so if you don't tell me who had your car,
I don't know. All
It's
I
your
know is
car.
I left my car at the side of the road.
okay.
I didn't lend my car to nobody.
The big ass friend.
Detective Bruciaga is quick to connect the dots, suspecting that it's Chavez